In the summer of 1979, a series of brutal murders shocked the quiet community of Atlanta, Georgia. Over the course of 2 years, at least 28 children, teens, and adults were killed by a still unknown killer. Families were gripped with fear as the killer seemed to be targeting African-American children and young adults.
The Atlanta child murders were a tragic and devastating period for the city, and the effects are still felt to this day.
The investigation was one of the largest in the history of the FBI, with dozens of suspects and false leads. Ultimately, a man named Wayne Williams was arrested and convicted for 2 of the murders, though many believe he may have been responsible for more.
We may never know the whole truth about what happened to our loved ones, but we can honor their memory by seeking justice and holding those responsible accountable.
Williams was convicted based largely on fiber evidence, though many have criticized the investigation and trial as flawed and biased.
The evidence presented in the trial was circumstantial at best, and there were many inconsistencies and irregularities in the investigation.
The case exposed deep-seated racial tensions and disparities in the criminal justice system, and sparked a wave of activism and calls for reform.
The Atlanta child murders were a wake-up call for our city and our country, and we must continue to fight for justice and equality for all.
Though Williams remains in prison to this day, the true scope and nature of the killings may never be fully known. The Atlanta child murders remain a dark chapter in American history, and a reminder of the ongoing struggle for justice and healing.